Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
So, Lofty, thank you for joining us here on Business Ninjas. We're excited to learn more about the company and see how you're helping your customers succeed and where you're headed in the future. So maybe we can start by just covering the name, the website, and where you're located.
My name is Lotfi. We have a company called Yiqqi.com. It's yiqqi.com. We're located in Montreal. We have a division in Spain. And what we're trying to do is to amplify community stories that do good in society by collaborating on video. So we're a video platform, a community media platform.
Great, right on. And maybe you can give us a little bit of background about yourself and kind of how you came to this opportunity.
Yeah, I'm Moroccan Tunisian from Montreal. So I would say like 4 stories came out. The first one will be the Ice Bucket Challenge. How water for us is really important, and I was quite sad to see how it became quickly a challenge, people just throwing waters all over their head. So that found out that from the millions of videos that were made, only 5% explained it was for ALS at the time, and only 2.5% of that 5% gave money. So wow. I asked myself, okay, if we would have had a control of their narrative, what would have happened? The second one is I had a consulting firm, and I was giving conferences around the world, and I was impressed how much we're paying speakers, but we're not able to capture collective intelligence in the room, and we have like incredible minds in the room. So I asked myself if I can create something that can help build collective intelligence. And the third one was what happened with young people, that we saw how social media is increasing the mental health issues. And so I asked myself, can I create something that instead of being focused on yourself, being selfies, if we go for something that I would call purpose-driven. So instead of focusing on you, we can focus on the collective. And the last one is, we know that the algorithm of hate is really profitable, and we suffered it in our own skin in Quebec, a small city that is really quiet, when an extremist from the alt-right went in and killed 7 people in a mosque. And I said to myself, can I create something and neutralize hate, and we can focus and build a better world? And if you shake all of this, you have Yiqqi, that means together.
Right. Okay. And the core elevator pitch kind of value proposition again is what you gave a short description, but kind of how did that all gel into what you're doing now?
So it's a 3 steps. It's what you do is that you, as a producer, you have full control on writing a script, and all the production work you do it on pre-prod. So that means you set the music and all the effects. You decide where in your script you want people to add the content, and people, when they add their clip, it takes automatically the effects, so they know exactly how it's going to look like. But most importantly is that you can generate from one script infinite movies, because for each scene I can make a movie based on the clip that people uploaded. So wow. So this can generate one script, infinite movies, higher traction and higher impact on what we're trying to build, and mostly no creative fatigue.
Wow. Okay. And are there certain kind of demographics that you're after in this phase of the company, like certain vertical focus, or how do you? I mean, I could think of everybody wanting to use this, right? But you have to kind of choose your battles early on in who you're going to focus on. So, maybe you can share a little bit about where the current success is with people that are taking it.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is to attract first NGOs and organizations, because what we defined as structured communities.
Yep.
And so organization can invite their employees to do testimonials, to share insight, or also to get best practices. Social movements can invite people to take an action, for example, as in the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah.
And by attracting those structured communities, the people will have a positive experience, and then they can use it for personal stuff, being birthday, weddings, best game of the week, holidays. So we're trying to attract first organizations that will bring the community, and the community will gel and stick by doing personal stuff on Yiqqi.
Right. Okay. And it sounds like you're really lowering the barrier to creating a high quality product for them. So I'm sure that's a challenge that a lot of these NGOs have been having to deal with now, and presumably this solves that for them.
Yes, imagine quickly on that. Imagine like a campaign when you have to get all the videos and from the crowd, and after that you try to make sense of it. So you need a lot of work to post-produce only
Right.
one movie. So normally that work costs around, like when we speak with organization, they say it costs me around like 15,000 just for one movie, and I don't know what if they're gonna have an impact. For us, we offer the service for $1,000 a month for
Wow.
a small organization, up to 10,000 a month for a brand. So
Okay.
and the speed to action too. So without the teams traveling around the world to scout the right people to appear in the movie, now you just launch a production, people appear, and you decide from there.
That's wild. Wow. And is it, so it sounds like it's a subscription plan model that kind of toggles up with the size of the organization.
Exactly. We have like four revenue streams, but the first one is subscription. We'll have Touchpoint, and we also have in the near future a marketplace.
Wow. All right. That's exciting. And are there a geographic focus that you have right now, or are you casting a wide net across the globe? Like what's your strategy currently?
We are a universal platform. So
Yep.
we're like, and if we open first in Canada in August, we open in Mexico in October. What we found out is all organizations is really organic. They have their communities around the world. So what we're going to do in November is shut it back down and reopen it worldwide on invitation base. So like this, it will be easier for people to get their community in, because if, for example, someone in the US wants to invite someone to participate from Brazil, but Brazil doesn't have the app yet, they're stuck. So that's why we
Right.
shifted the model.
Okay, that's exciting. That's a much bigger opportunity then. That's great. And how are you reaching out to people now to let them know, who you are and what you do? Are there social media channels that you're active on where people can go to find more information? Or
Yeah, we're active in we've been active in the last few weeks on all the social media. We also share the story of who is joining us, and we're also launching productions, like public stuff that people can join. So now we're doing something from the Halloween. We're doing something for different for sports, so people can join those activities and play with it without being part of an organization. But we're also launching different NGOs and organization so they can bring their community in.
That's great. Right on. Well, it sounds like you're going to have a pretty exciting Q4 with essentially a global launch. So it's going to be fun to watch you grow from here. So thank you for coming on the podcast. We appreciate it, and good luck as you start to ramp things up.
Thanks a lot.